Hey everyone, behind me you see our magnificent casework that's going in. The inner components of the organ have been installed by the Schoenstein folks. The casework is going up. I want you to hear from Dr. James Seay a little bit more about what's going on here behind me, and then hear from some of our friends at the Schoenstein Company and New Holland, the company that's doing the casework.
Well, I'm here with Chris Hansford from the Schoenstein Organ Company, and we wanted to just take a few minutes and talk a little bit about our organ builders and a little bit about the work that they're doing here in our sanctuary. One thing that I've noticed as New Holland behind us is New Holland Church Furniture has begun to work on the casework, is the detail of all of the design work that was put into the casework to make it match what is existing in our reredos and our chancel. How important is that to an organ design?
Oh, it's critical to the organ design. So when, part of the design is people are not going to see the organ; they're going to see the case, and so you want the case to complement the church, to complement the visual beauty of the whole thing, and then also we try to lift ideas and designs from existing, the pews, as some of the artwork, anything we can incorporate that will complement the building. And sometimes you want the organ to be subdued, where it's not the centerpiece, because usually that's the altar, or something of that nature. So we try to balance all that, and I think that it's, at least what I see, that's exactly what's happening.
We're only going to see maybe 50 pipes or so on the outside of the organ case. I assume there's got to be at least maybe a couple of dozen more, right?
Oh yeah, a couple of dozen. Yeah, I wish.
Yeah, right.
You're talking somewhere in the neighborhood of 2,300 to 2,400 individual pipes from the size of a pencil up to 250 pounds and 30 feet tall.
Wow. Oh, wow. And each one has to be, so all of those 2,400 individual pipes have to be individually customized for the room, right?
That's right. So so tonal finishing is a process which we make every pipe sound perfect by itself.
Wow.
And then within a set, so like in simple terms, make the clarinet sound fluid within its set. And then you have to tonal finishing to make the clarinet work well with the trumpet, to make it work with the flute. And so there's all this balance, and then of course making acoustical adjustments to the room. You'll find that the room may not carry a low 16-foot frequency or a 2-foot pitch of A sharp or something,
right.
And we have to make modifications. So in the chamber, maybe all the A sharps have to be louder, in the chamber,
right.
But out here it would sound correct. And so that's where the tonal finishing comes in.
So would it be safe to say that each one of the organs that you build, each one is unique in its own way and is a one of a kind?
Oh, absolutely. If you put this, or if you just simply took a helicopter and you transferred this in another building, it wouldn't work.
Oh,
not successfully. It takes substantial
It is
modifications.
meant for this room.
Absolutely.
Wow. I'm here with Bob Horning and Brian Horst of the New Holland Church Furniture Company out of New Holland, Pennsylvania. And before I ask anything else, Bob, Brian, first just tell me what this is.
This is we call it a piece of tracery. It's a piece of wood, white oak, quarter sawn white oak that is initially cut out with the basic openings are cut out with the CNC router, but then it's detailed by hand and hand sanded, and will be placed on the face of the base area of the organ.
Well, Bob, what strikes me like right off the bat is it looks very, very similar to our rose window at the top of our chancel. So I'm assuming that was done on purpose, right?
And and of course, I'm not involved in that stage of
right.
it, but yes, the architects take into mind the design of the building, and they take it to our company. Our project managers do a shop drawing, get it approved by the architect before we do any building, get everything approved.
Well, we've got the grape and leaf design and the shield designs there, and of course the the rose window, and of course I also saw quadrifoils all throughout, and the
Yes.
same kind of, what do you call the spires at the top of the rear doors? Because I've seen in the design work a lot of those that are at the top of the organ.
Yeah, spires is what we call them. Spires, or sometimes we call them finials, but yeah, and they are all handmade. And a lot of time goes into carving each individual piece.
I want to take this opportunity to just say a special word of thanks to all of you who are making this possible. You're doing so with your prayers, you're doing so with your presence back in worship, and you're doing so with your patience as these projects continue. But I also especially want to thank you for your financial generosity that's making all of this possible. It's just unbelievable the effort that's going in to not only this project, but the whole scope. We're only a few weeks, few months away from all of these being completed. So I just want to encourage you to stay the course. Thank you for your generosity, for your prayers, and all that is making this possible.